is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all on this weekend with another video. We're going to talk about that Rookie of the Year award. As we know, Zion will be out at least till December or January after tearing his meniscus and having the surgery to trim it. A lot of people feel like he's going to regret that decision because usually when you trim it, you don't get that cartilage, well, not cartilage, that protection and stability back, because once you cut your meniscus, you basically not getting that part back. Most people like to cut it open their knee and suture it back so that way it can stay intact and not give you as many problems. Either way it go, you're going to have problems with your knee getting cut open and having damage to your meniscus, even if you got to have routine surgeries to clean it up. But also, one thing I will say is you will be out a lot longer if you had to complete suturing of the knee. So he's going right now. We don't know how he's going to be when he comes back. It really puts a dent in his ability to win Rookie of the Year, in my personal opinion, because so many rookies are going to have that long running. And like James Harden said, narrative do matter. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because there's some rookies that I knew could play and knew can contribute. And I put that on my top 5 players that can win Rookie of the Year. I chose Zion Williamson to win my Rookie of the Year. He still should win it, but like I said, 2 to 3 months missing action can really put you far behind in this award if you don't go out there and dominate and put up monster numbers to really swing it back into your favor, so that way you can be the person we talking about winning the award instead of the other guys that have had months and months of showing their work. We even seen it with Doncic. Last year, Doncic got off to a good start. His efficiency and things went down, but his numbers still went up. So Trae Young got a good second half, but he started off real rocky, and Doncic was able to carry that with good momentum and finish it off decently, and he was almost unanimously the guy that won that award, and I think it should have went that way. I didn't think Trae Young should have had won it, but he was the second best rookie outside of DeAndre Ayton as the guy that I had third. What I will say is RJ Barrett has looked a lot better than a lot of people thought, especially as a rookie, because he just didn't have the athlete speed that people wanted. He wasn't a playmaker that people wanted. He really wasn't known as a shooter coming out of college and high school. And even though it was only 2 games, because I'm watching the Celtics game right now, and he has had a great impact on that game, getting to the basket, knocking down set shots, being able to shoot a little bit off the dribble, and still get to that paint and clear his arms so that way he can get a good shot at the basket. I think RJ Barrett is just a smart player, and that's why I figured that he would be a guy that could be a potential all-star in the future, just because he wants to be great. He puts in the work physically. He puts in the work watching film and really trying to expand his game as much as possible. He has came a long way from Summer League. In Summer League, he got off to a rocky start. Then he was able to pick it up, but that's just him studying the game, being coachable, and really going out there, showing the improvements and making the adjustments. And that's all it is as being a rookie, getting adjusted to the speed, the pace of the game, the physicality, and the schedule. And if you can get adjusted to those things, you can have a successful rookie career. But like I said, there's only 2 games in, and he has had a phenomenal start, and he has been a lot more efficient. The game is a lot slower once you take your time. Instead of trying to be all energy and try to do everything that you can by playing hard, you still got to calculate your moves. You don't want to turn the ball over. You don't want to force yourself into a bad shot that you can't make, or you get blocked and it ended up becoming a turnover, or a shot that springs it to transition to give your opponent easy opportunities at the basket and at the 3-point line, because the best points are the transition points, and those type of shots and those type of moves leads to that. So I just like that RJ Barrett is slowing down. He's taking more time to really go with his moves, and he's just being a lot more patient when it comes to finishing. Instead of trying to just go straight at somebody, he's using his Euro step again. He's clearing his arms to get a chance to get a look at the basket to toss it in, and it's very impressive to see him make these small adjustments and become just more smarter and understanding the game. But it still is a long season. I had Ja Morant as a top 5 rookie that can win this award just because his speed and his ability to have a team that's very young but has guys that can finish, and Jonas Valanciunas and Jaren Jackson Jr. having some decent shooters on that roster that can knock down some shots, and the fact that he's a team player. He's a guy that can go out in transition and make the right play. He can finish in transition. He can get to the basket. He can kick out the shooters. He can collapse the defense, and he can play in the pick and roll. And those are the things that you need. The thing about Ja Morant is that he's going to have to show they can make that jumper, because we've seen with a lot of rookies and a lot of point guards, they body get toe up trying to go to the paint, and he's so little. You look at Ja Morant, if you had a game or even if you're watching on TV, he looks very skinny and very small. So you don't want to be going up against 7-footers getting slapped and knocked around, and next thing you know, your fingers hurt, your wrist is broke, you had a beat up shoulder. The game is really physical and it's very high, fast, octane speed. So you're crashing into somebody at full speed and you're bursting using force in the air. So I think that's the thing that Ja Morant needs to watch out for, is trying to make his job a lot easier and get smarter shots, so that way he can last 10 to 15 years in the NBA, because he's going to get a lot of time in Memphis. He's going to have a lot of chances to put up numbers in Memphis because he's going to be starting, which we see, and he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. It's just about making the right decisions and making the right reads and just playing a lot more smarter, and that also helped cut down bad shots and turnovers, like I said about RJ Barrett. But like I said, there's only 2 games in, and Ja does look like an NBA player. He does look like he belongs in the NBA, but he still has to have that scoring mentality, which he showed a little bit more of, but he needs to be a little bit more hungrier. The more he can develop and the more that he can create makes the job easier for him and his teammates, and I think that's an important way to have a good rookie season. Kobe White, I told you guys, Kobe White is one of my favorite rookies. I said that even when he got drafted, that Chicago is a good fit. He hasn't shot the ball well in his games, but he has been able to put up numbers. He still does play with the up-tempo style. He still likes to get to the basket. He still likes to get out in transition and pass and finish. And he can knock down some shots from mid-range. He can knock down some floaters and some push shots. And he can knock down threes off the dribble. And I think that those things are very important when it comes to scoring points. And he has been phenomenal coming off the bench. For him to be able to be as effective and as good as he has been so far, even in summer league, even in preseason, it won't be that long before he's starting and he can become their franchise point guard in the future. So when you look at Kobe White, you really do want to see his improvement. You really want to see if he can have a consistent shot. And if he does, he's going to fit right in with the Chicago Bulls, because you have a lineup that can shoot all over the court, even if you use Satoransky, even if you use Zach LaVine, even if you got Marketing and Wendell Carter can knock down some mid-range every once in a while. That's a lot of space. That's a lot of opportunities to get to the paint and collapse the defense, or even just make the right pass to Marketing or LaVine, let them knock down spot-up shots or attack off the dribble and get to the paint and create other opportunities for himself and his teammates. And I like the fact that he knows where to be on the court, and that helps him out too, because if you're knocking down quality and efficient shots, that helps your confidence, that makes your job a lot easier, and it just makes it a lot more better when you're getting those type of shots. But I also like Nickeil Alexander-Walker out of New Orleans. He's a guy that's going to be able to put up more numbers just because Zion is gone. They're going to have to find a way to replace that production. Brandon Ingram been doing pretty well, but they haven't been able to turn it into wins just yet. This video just not recording, so I don't know if they won their game yet. But at the same time, he's a guy that can get buckets, and I like the one in Cleveland too. I had him finishing second. So it's some rookies that can really get it in. And I want to say Darius Garland. He can shoot that three. Three counts for 3 points. So he just needs to be more aggressive. His playmaking has been better than I thought. he's going to have opportunities to score 15 to 16 points. And if he does that with 5 to 6 assists, he's going to have a chance to win Rookie of the Year. It's just about him staying healthy and getting consistent minutes and just knocking down the shots that's available for him. And that's whether it's spot up, whether it's creating off the dribble, coming off a screen, or just knocking down wide open shots when they're available. Those things are just going to make him a better player and make his teammates get easier opportunities, and so for him too. So let me know what you guys think at the end of the day. Who will be your favorite for Rookie of the Year now that we know Zion will miss 2 to 3 months and we don't even know how he's going to come back and we don't know how his minutes going to be. We don't even know if he's going to be in shape. So it's a lot of question marks and they all work against Zion Williamson. But when you got guys like Kobe White, Darius Garland, Walker, you got guys like Kobe White and RJ Barrett that's already putting up good numbers to start the season, it's going to be hard for Zion to come back and win this award. But if he can come back and get you 20-6 and 20-8, that's going to have him have a huge chance of winning this award. Because if you can score a lot of points, that's usually how you win this award. Even though he can put up other numbers across the stat sheet, like I said, when I picked him to win Rookie of the Year, Zion going to really have to have a dominant second half of the season if he really wants to win his Rookie of the Year award. I'm not saying it will or won't happen, but that's what's going to have to happen if he wants to take home this award. But he got some competition for this spot as the Rookie of the Year, and it's only going to get tougher when he comes back, as they already have the momentum. So let me know what you guys think and who you think gonna win. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis. I'm gone. Like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies, I break down players, I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.